You need to see what failure looks like to be able to understand success. I had a blast talking about all the creative ways I've failed on Amazon. You can check out those other videos. But I decided to follow it up with some product failures. These are products where something went wrong and our vision didn't meet reality. Many of these cost us tens of thousands of dollars. I started out in wholesale. We looked to make some key partnerships with brands to be their authorized Amazon sellers. Some relationships seemed like the dream. They can turn south very quickly. But it's these relationships that taught me everything I know about private label. While we didn't own the brand, we were responsible for their success on Amazon. We had to launch and advertise on these products, and we had to do the image optimizations, the content, everything. But then we also had to answer to the brand. Not always the best spot to be in. You know, these products just didn't turn out and we got burned. Let's jump in and check it out. Right, our first product is this Barbie doll. So in 2014, years ago, we had access to a closeout where we were going to be able to order 20,000 units of this doll at a reduced price. And there were other sellers that had access to it, but like this was like in the top 50. We did really well with it. You know, we're probably making about $2 or $3 each unit, maybe even more at certain times. Like the sellers had an agreement of what price to sell it at, call it collusion. I don't even remember the circumstances. Well, there was actually no collusion because they quickly started dropping that price. So after the first season of things going good, that's when, you know, the prices started going all over the place and pricing wars. On top of that, Barbie stopped promoting this specific doll. So the sales were going down and a price war. So those two things combined, this thing didn't sell through for years. We would be selling only like 20% of our inventory each year. And so we had to like be really creative in how we pushed it out. This was tens of thousands of dollars. So, I mean, it taught us a few lessons. One, like with closeouts, that's where like a company is, you know, their final inventory and they're essentially closing it out and selling it in bulk. Sometimes you have to like meet a minimum with these opportunity buys. They can bite you in the butt. And so you gotta think about the worst case scenario. What's the worst case scenario? A flood of new sellers, Amazon retail comes in, or it just stops selling quite the same because the advertising isn't there. So if you feel those things combining, you may have a bad opportunity and you should avoid it. There's been some good opportunity closeouts, but just know that they can go really sour on you and it gets really awkward because you have to like return it to your warehouse, sit on it for a while, takes a lot of space, and slowly drip it back into Amazon. This took us about 3 years to finally sell through, and I guarantee you we didn't really make money, and it was a lot of headache and a lot of cash just that we were sitting on. The next product is Lucky Bums. They had a bodyboard. This is a company, so every wholesaler or retailer, you know, you want those exclusive relationships with brands and you can just like squeeze out that juicy margin. This is probably something that private labelers don't see a lot of. We fight for these exclusive relationships, and this is a very seasonal product and it's oversized. So those are two things that like you got to think twice about: seasonal and oversized. Both of these combined make it really hard. Well, competition came in steep and people were selling these bodyboards at really low prices. And we wanted to sell through about $150,000 of this stuff. Well, we talked with the brand, and because things were sluggish, we decided to lower the price. And they were going to compensate us for some of the reduction in the price that we have to sell it through. Well, we thought we had a good relationship with them. They ended up stiffing us. So we really got burned on a lot of this stuff. Obviously be careful with exclusive relationships. Obviously be careful with seasonal oversize where like, you know, you have a short window to sell through. Turns out the Lucky Bums also has, you know, snowboards. They have winter seasonal oversize. Again, think twice about these opportunities. Make sure that your relationship is solid. Things may sound too good to be true, and obviously get things in writing so you don't get stiffed, I don't know, $40,000. So here's to you, Lucky Bums. Another product line that, you know, we had an exclusive with this one, and we built this out from the ground up. This is the company WAF. You know, I wonder what our first pictures were like. The first picture was probably this one. People kept asking me like, hey, how come this isn't selling? And I'm like, well, first off, I don't even know what this is. Look at this picture. Does it tell you what it is? Looks like a toy. I said like, well, if you're gonna sell this product, the first image, they have to see what the product is. So I made them go back and put together these photos, and they came back a lot better. These are good photos. You can see what this is. This is a toy notebook. You could like configure, and it actually looks kind of fun. Definitely a huge improvement. We put a lot of effort into it. I mean, it's a fun product, but it's not that fun. They're overselling it just a little bit, let's just say that. But here's the thing, is like, you know, they say, Wayne Gretzky said you gotta skate where the puck is going. Well, sometimes you have to put a product where the traffic is going. And people are not really looking for toy customizable notebooks. It's a very small category of people that are looking for notebooks for their kids that are like this. You kind of have to create that market. That's out of our budget to try to change consumer behavior in a big way. And so this ended up being a dud. You can see we still have this, and if I don't even want to look at this inventory is like 2 years old. We're struggling to sell through it. So just because you create a great product and great images doesn't mean the volume's there. You want to make sure, like, you know, trust your gut. Just because a product sounds good doesn't mean it actually is good. So these are the 3 biggest product fails that I can think of. There's many, many more. Stay tuned to the next video where I talk about our product successes. You want to like see things go wrong so you can avoid them, so you can start seeing things going right. So those are some of the products that totally failed for us. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, tell a friend, talk to the other Amazon community. If you learned something insightful, pay it forward. Take care.